Hello everybody. Welcome to Mystery Monday. So we went to that vintage market over the weekend and I was able to snag 3 more of these mystery bags. So I'm really excited. I still have the one from the last time. So we're gonna do that one today and hope for the best. But anyway, we're gonna open up this mystery $5 mystery bag and hope there's something in here that we can make something cool with. That's the hope anyway. All right, so as I said, you guys are watching my channel, Chalking Up the Walls. My name is April. Welcome to my craft room. Let's see what's in this bag. So it says if you are vibing, because they give you like a little bit of like a hint as to like, you know, what might be in there or whatever. So it says if you're vibing on leaves and earth, then you need this bag. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's just chop off the top here. Maybe. Okay. And let's take a peek what's inside. Oh, this is cool. This is cool on its own, but that's really cool. All right, so let's stick the bag over here and see what are we working with here. Oh, wow. Okay, so this little basket is super cute. I really like that. It's got like leaves and it's like that patina style. That might be really, really cute for the springtime. Fill it with some like eggs or, oh, and look at that. I don't know if this is the date that it was made or whatnot, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but on the bottom, ooh, and it's backwards. But anyway, it says 1808. So how fun is that? Oh, and it's like a leaf pattern. That's really cool. What can we do with this though? Let's see. Okay, so like I was saying, this might really be fun and cute to do for, let me see if I've got some of this stuff down here. Okay. Really fun for like spring. All right, so I know I have a bunch of these little eggs. We could do that. Stuff it full with some eggs. We got a ton of those in the stash. And then I think, ooh, I hope I've got one up here. I do. I hope I do, actually. All right, cool. So these are kind of random, but you can find little birds pretty much whenever, wherever. So maybe we can fill in, how do I want to do this? Because obviously it's graded, so stuff's going to kind of go flying out. But that actually might make it look more like a nest. Okay. Let's see if I can find, I don't want to use the green because that's definitely going to go everywhere. I've got brown moss somewhere. Here we go. Some brown moss. And make it look a little bit more like a nest. I think that might be kind of cool. And that would be super cute for a spring display. So like I was saying, I just have these in my craft stash. Chalk came out with these little bird cutouts a while ago, and I still have a few of them. I have a couple actually in the other room that are already done, and maybe, ooh, and they're actually that color. I'm gonna go grab them right quick. Check out my eggs, check out my stuff, and I will be right back. Just give me one very, very quick second, because I have a blue one. Okay, cool. But we could obviously, you know, paint up a new set, but I actually have two that are kind of not exactly the right color, but kind of in the same color family. So I think that's going to work. Let me grab a little bit of this floral foam just to kind of take up some of the space in here. You can find these eggs. Obviously, I got these It says $1, so chances are I either got them from like the dollar store or the Dollar General. One of the dollar places. But anyway, yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Let's shove that floral foam down in there. Let's take some of this. I really like that bowl. What can we do with that though? Just keep it the way it is. I don't know. What can we do with that? I don't know. But anyway, you know what? Let's hold on. Let's make a little space here. And I want to put a piece of cardboard underneath this so it'll be easier to get my old tape off. I really like this basket though. I like the leaves and the brown look and all of that. That's actually really cool. Okay. Because I have a feeling some of this moss is going to go flying everywhere. But anyway, you can get this bagged moss at pretty much any craft store, even at like your discount style stores. Let's just cut some. It is kind of a mess though, which is why I'm doing it over this cardboard. Although some's still gonna go flying everywhere. But anyway, let's just kind of break it open and make it look like a bird's nest. But I need it to go down around the foam. Okay, we're gonna need more. Not a ton more, but more. All right, so anyway, how are you guys doing? How's your Monday going? Pretty excited to check out these other 3 mystery boxes or bags that I got this weekend. That Vintage Market is really cool. I found a really neat leather type jacket that's got some like beautiful embroidery on it of like leaves and whatnot. So can't wait to wear that. It's a little chilly out right now, but I think if I were to layer it, it would work. Otherwise, it'll definitely be good for the springtime. All right, so I'm just taking this moss and like kind of fill it in the bottom section here so you can't really see that foam. But if it kind of like pours out the edges, that's okay because I think it's gonna make it look more like a nest. But see, maybe not that side because I haven't done it yet. But see, we're getting there. Just kind of filling it in, making it look like a little bird's nest. It's a little twig. Let's see if we can get some of this to go in here. Why waste it? Okay. Although, kind of got it all over my table. But that's all right. We'll clean that up later. I'm not too worried about it. All right. You know what? I don't know if I need all of this, but I do need some to go down and around and cover this foam a little bit better. So let's just pull through, fill it in. This basket's cute. I like it. Pull this down. I'm not terribly worried about the back because chances are this is going to end up sitting on like a shelf. So I don't think we're really going to see the back, but if it bothers me down the road, we can fill it in more, move this like moss around. But for now, let's just pull it down these edges. And then it almost reminds me of those like hanging baskets that you see that are made from the like, is that like coconut strands, or what do they make those little like hanging baskets out of? But you know, the ones that look like natural fibers and whatnot. I like those. Those are neat. I'm actually thinking about trying to get some of those this springtime and see if I can't grow some strawberries. I have never had good luck growing strawberries in the ground. So I think I'm going to try the basket method this year. Let me know if any of you guys got any tips on that. Send me a message or let me know if you see me out and about, if you guys have had much luck growing strawberries, because I have not. And I know you can do it around here because I have a few friends, like through just like the farmer's market, who I guess I could contact and ask them, but who do it and do it very well. So I know it can be done here in Southern Illinois. And I know there used to be actually like a really big strawberry farm outside because my husband, I think, yeah, it was his family. My husband's family actually owned a big strawberry farm not too far away from here. So I know it can be done. But for some reason, I just am not, have not been able to do that. Okay, we got that mess cleaned up. And here is our bird nest basket. Okay, so I think I want to put a little bird in here that I have already painted and made. It actually just like kind of lives out in my living room on my mantle. But as I said, I have some blank cutouts that we could pretty easily paint up a different color if we want, but I don't know. I may just use these because they kind of need an actual home to go to. All right, and then being that we're using the small bird, I think I'm going to use the small eggs. And let's use this to dump some eggs into. And since it's kind of like a bluish green kind of motif, I think I'm going to stick with like the white eggs and the blue eggs, unless I feel like I absolutely need more. Could do the green too, I guess. But anyway, conveniently, all the white ones were at the bottom, so I have to dump them all out. But that's okay. All right, cool. So just stick a few little eggs in here, kind of here's and there's. Put a couple in the back just to fill in some space. But yeah, I think this would make for like a cute little spring. You could even maybe do something fun with like, ooh, you know what you could do like around Easter? You could swap out the eggs and the bird and put in some like little faux carrots. Or last year we made a bunch of air dry clay carrots. I actually just ordered some white air dry clay that I'm thinking I'm going to try to make like little heart ornaments with. So we're going to have to do, that seems like a lot, April. Hold on. We don't necessarily need to like overdo it with the eggs. That's a lot of eggs. But I kind of want some eggs. Maybe we could do like one big egg. No, I think the big egg is just going to be like too much. I don't know. But anyway, as always, style it how you like. But we'll put some little eggs in there. With, maybe we can get it to stay. Some little eggs in there. Go with our bird. Maybe we'll put one down in front of him. Put this one kind of over there where the eggs happen. And just kind of fill him in. Got our little bird in a basket. That, I don't know. I'm not liking the placement of these eggs. Hang on. Let's start over with that right quick. Let's do the bird in the back. Kind of like at an angle. Let's go with this. Put our bird in the back, like he's like nesting, or she, I guess, would be nesting in here. Stay, bird. Okay, and then let's go with the green and the blue instead of the white. That white was just a lot. It's just bright. Just put a couple eggs in random little places. Actually, maybe we'll just stick with a couple green ones and not even need the blue. And then we've got our little bird in a basket with a couple of our little eggs. What else can we put in there? I don't know. I just kind of like the eggs. The white's bright. A couple, maybe one more back here. No, I think that's just too many. I think we're just going to stick with the 3. Just kind of nestle them in there. This cute little basket that we filled with our bird and our filler. And we made a fun little display to go with our, not even necessarily Easter, just spring decor. That way you can keep it up for a while, and then we can display our other bird with it. Something like that. Point them this direction since they're kind of facing opposing each other. And then we'll have a cute little thing to go together with our two little matching birds. Yeah. The white's going to be way too bright. We would definitely have to paint these. But I think, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to stick with the two that I already have done because the colors kind of work and it'll give them an actual home instead of just like aimlessly living on my bookshelf. But yeah, I'm liking that. Well, that was cool. That was definitely cool. Now, I poured all of those eggs into this. And I kind of want to see, I wonder if, you know what, you could almost make like a matching pair, although I used all of my brown moss, and use the bigger bird in this one, and do kind of a similar thing. Oh yeah, I think that bigger bird, he fits much, or she fits much better in the basket. I wonder if we could go this route. That way the bird's head isn't getting like knocked, you know, like covered up with the top of that basket. There you go. Nope. We have to keep this one as the front because you can see the foam back there. How about we do that? Let's put him there. Her. I keep saying him. Her. And then just sprinkle some eggs around like that. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking I like the bigger bird in there with our little eggs. Got our little bird in a basket. And a little moss everywhere, but that's okay. It's a craft room. You're allowed to get a little messy in here. For sure. All right, that was cool. This basket is super sweet, and it is metal. So it was definitely worth my $5 mystery. Plus, I absolutely love this little, it is like a ceramic. It's got some other sort of marking on the bottom of it too. Maybe I'll try to take a picture and zoom in and see if I can't read where it came from. But it clearly has 1808. So if this thing was actually made in the 1800s, that is an awesome find. But it very well could also be like a pattern number, like somebody was making like a lot of these. Their like design number or whatever could be 1808. I may never know. But anyway, it's definitely like ceramic type, like almost like a stone style ceramic. And then it's got the glaze that's going over the top of it. It's just beautiful. Just a cool little decorative piece that I really kind of want to make another little nest with. But I don't have any more of that. Okay, so what I do have is raffia and green moss, which I guess would work for spring. Let's just make two little bird's nests with it. Why not? I was not expecting anything bird related, but it's cool. It's the fun of the mystery bags, is that you have no idea what's going to be in the mystery bags. All right, let's get our trusty scissors out, chop some of this raffia off. This stuff is also equally messy. Today is just make a mess in the craft room day, apparently, but that's all right. I'll get it all cleaned up. Nothing a little vacuum can't handle. Oops. All right, let's see if we can shove some of this down in here and make it almost look like this bird found this bird was near like a cornfield or something and found a bunch of that like corn husky stuff and used it for the nest. I have to really smash it down there to keep it from being crazy. But I think, nope. We're gonna need something a little more solid, I think, in the bottom of that. What can we put down in there? More of our trusty sand, not sand, our trusty rice. Remember our rice that we used before? I use this craft rice for all kinds of things. And I used a new piece of tape, so we don't have to worry about it going flying like it did last time we used it. Let's do that. Give it a little bit more. A little more substance. So, you know what I think I'm going to do, though? Obviously, I'm going to need another piece of tape because I just ripped that one right in half, but I have lots of painter's tape, no worries. I think I'm actually going to put this in here and then see if this works. Let's hope, because I am not going to be separating this back out. And pour some of our rice on top. So hopefully that'll weight some of that down. Just kind of give it like a little shake. And get that rice to go through and weight some of it down. This stuff is all over the place. But if it's being completely squirrely, it's easy to cut. So let's just maybe trim it down and shove some of the smaller pieces back so it's not standing quite so tall. I mean, it's a bird's nest, right? So it's going to be kind of squirrely. Keep trimming until we get it to look the way we want. I think that's much better. We can put our bird in the back. I'd like it to stand up a little bit better. How about that? That's pretty good. Do I want to add some of this moss? Let's add just a little bit of, whoa, that was almost a disaster. Just a little bit of this green moss. Give it some color. Make it look a little more springy. Just kind of sprinkle a little bit throughout. Kind of fill it in. That way it looks like this bird recently grabbed its stuff and made its nest. I mean, it's a small bird, so hopefully the nest is fairly new. Just spread it out. Put a little bit more in the back. Like some little sprigs hanging out. And should we go in with just like one egg? I don't like you covering up my bird. So we're gonna trim this down. Lay it flat so you can see the bird a little bit better. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, that's kind of fun. And then, what do I do with all those eggs? Oh, here they are. It's like I just had them. Let's stick with the green egg. Because apparently these birds make green eggs. Oh, now look at his little bird nest. I think he's cute. All right. I like it. I'm digging it. We got a matching little bird nest combo here that we made with our mystery bag. We used both of the items from our mystery bag. Mystery bag is empty. We actually made something from both, so that's really cool. And now we've got our matching little like bird nests. So here's the one with our basket that we made with some birds that I already had. And this one in our little ceramic bowl. I think that's super cute. I love that. And then, as I said, you know, just for the sake of time and to reuse a couple things that I already had, these birds I've already painted, but they originally came just as like chunky wood cutouts, right? And they actually stand up on their own like that. So I could have painted them any color I wanted, but you know, I already had these and they actually kind of like fit the color scheme. So I think I'm just going to stick with that and save those birds for another day. But check it out. Not terrible. For stuff in the craft stash and a $5 mystery bag from the vintage market, I made 2 adorable little bird's nests that are going to fit in perfectly with my spring decor. All right, guys, that was super fun. I love these mystery bags. I've got 3 more that I purchased just, not yesterday, Saturday, when we went to the vintage market. I've got one that says, seeking a bag that honors wooden trees. So if you guys haven't noticed, I'm definitely into like the flowers, earth, trees, that kind of vibe, just to decorate my house on the regular with. So I'm kind of drawn to those. So I picked that one up, but in an attempt to kind of keep it a little bit more fun, I went with this one that said, if you're looking on the bright side, this bag will join you. And it's got a picture of like a really cool sun. So I think that might be something fun for spring or even summer if it's like sun related. And then the last one I got spoke to me for sure. It says, if your bumper sticker says, I love to read or follow me to the library, then you may just find this bag lovely. So, or you may find this bag just lovely. And I am definitely a reader. I belong to a book club. I love to read, all of that. So these 3 bags definitely spoke to me, and we will be figuring out what is in here and hopefully making another super cool little fun craft with them in the next couple Mondays, right? Okay, guys, as always, I love you. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. For sure, do something cool. It's nice and sunny out there. I'm sure it's still cold, but at least the sun's out, so can't beat that. But anyway, do something fun. I hope I've inspired you to, look outside the box and see what you can make with random things that you can find, whether you find them yourself or just find a mystery bag and have somebody kind of put some mystery together for you. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you back sometime tomorrow. All right, bye.